Amelia.
Take it back, you ball.
Amelia. You know what? You
eat.
I
Your mama should have told you better.
The minute I decided to have a little broke best friend named Amelia Rose, that was the minute that my entire life got taken the over. People are always like, don't let her do that. Tell her no. You tell her no.
You're putting your child on display with the goal being to be disliked by the masses. You are intentionally creating a negative public image and a negative digital footprint of her that is going to follow her for the rest of her life. What kind of mother wants their child to be hated? What kind of mother wants the world spewing nasty, horrible things to their kid? What is this doing to the child's psyche to be screamed at and filmed by her mom all the time and then blasted out to millions of people for public ridicule? I posted a video recently where I talked about how unethical and messed up it was for a mom to be using her child as the focus of rage baiting, garnering attention and views on social media by making people intentionally mad. And if you thought that mom was bad, you are going to lose your mind when you see this. I was sickened and horrified when I came across this profile last week. I could not believe what I was seeing. It's baffling what people think is okay and appropriate to film and put out there on the internet for the world to see. There is a mom on TikTok who I believe is in the running for the most problematic mom on the internet. And I am not over exaggerating. This is not a clickbait title. It is very justified. You'll see why as we go on in this video, and I'm confident that you're gonna agree. This mom's name is Ashley Velez. Sometimes you'll also see her going by the name Stormy Lee. Her full legal name is Stormy Lee Ashley Pence, and her married name is Velez. So sometimes you see Ashley Velez, sometimes you see Stormy Lee. Use them interchangeably, they're all the same person. And her entire online presence is centered around her poorly behaved 8-year-old daughter, Amelia Rose. And she actually just turned 9 a couple of weeks ago by the time this video goes live, but all of the TikTok examples I'm going to show you today are filmed when Amelia was 7 or 8 years old. Ashley films her daughter being violent, breaking things, swearing, talking back, yelling, being disrespectful in public, being disrespectful to strangers, maxing out her mother's credit cards. And it's really, really upsetting to see this kind of behavior coming from a child so young. But more than that, I am sickened at the way this child is being exploited by her mother for views and money. I tend to believe that a good portion of a child's behavior or their coping mechanisms stem from the examples that the parents have set. And what I'm going to show you in this video today are a lot of alarming examples of a young child acting in very alarming ways. I know that this video is going to make you really angry. It's going to make you upset. You're going to have a lot of opinions, and a lot of them probably not very nice, which is completely justified. But I do encourage you to consider where that anger should be placed. I want to make my personal position clear at the start of this video that I believe most of the blame is to be placed on the mother, Ashley. So when you are leaving comments below this video, I just ask that you please be sensitive to the fact that this is a literal child that we're talking about who is, at the end of the day, struggling and being exploited and taken advantage of by her own mother. When I see these videos of Amelia acting out, I tend to have compassion for the fact that she is just responding and acting in the way that she has been taught and the way that her parents have allowed and enabled. My intent with this video is not to bring any more negativity or hatred to Amelia. I'm going to be fully censoring her face. I'm approaching this from the angle of discussing a really problematic social media phenomenon where mothers will exploit their children for views, particularly using the strategy of rage baiting. I believe the blame falls on the creators, the mothers in this situation, and I really want to center the conversation there. This mom has almost 3 million followers on TikTok, and I sorted her content by most popular, and look at the view counts she's raking in. Tens of millions of views per video on a regular basis. The most popular video she's ever posted has over 43 million views. To conceptualize that, for example's sake, that's like 1 out of every 8 people in the United States have seen this video. There is a great chance that you've already come across one of Ashley's videos on your own before. She's constantly going viral, and she regularly gets millions of views when she posts videos of her daughter Amelia. The more egregious the daughter behaves, the more views the mom gets. She has discovered the formula that works for her at whatever cost to her daughter. And in this video today, I want to explore if this is real, true, authentic behavior, or if it is scripted rage bait. I do have the answer to that question, or what Ashley wants you to believe is the answer to that question. We'll talk about that later. But honestly, I'm not sure which outcome is worse. I'm not sure which which one I'm hoping is the truth because they're equally problematic in my eyes. Either you have a horrendously behaved child that you are putting on display for the world to see, or you're making your well-behaved child act in a way that she's not to garner negative attention from the world. Not a good situation, no matter how you look at it. This video is going to be really heavy, but first, let's focus on something a little bit lighter. Something that's brought me a lot of joy recently is my weekly Hungryroot grocery delivery. I am so thrilled that Hungryroot is sponsoring today's video because this is a service I personally pay for and have been since the start of this year. I am a loyal paying Hungryroot customer myself, and I love telling everybody I know about it. Right now, I'm in a season of prioritizing convenience. I feel like we can all relate to the fact that we are very, very busy, super short on time. Thinking about what's for dinner every single night and shopping and planning for those recipes is the last thing you want to do, and thankfully, Hungryroot takes care of all of that. Think of Hungryroot like a meal kit, pre-made meal, and grocery delivery service all wrapped into one, and it's completely customizable to whatever you need each week. I usually get some quick breakfast options, some snacks for my toddler, a couple of beverages, usually some sweet treats, but also Hungryroot works like an online grocery store as well. You can buy individual ingredients to fill the gaps in your pantry. Maybe you already have a dinner plan, but you need some sides for it, or you're missing that one ingredient. Or if you have no meals planned this week, then you can also browse their selection of recipes where they're going to send you all of the individual ingredients plus a recipe card on how to put it all together. One of my favorites that is always on rotation in my house is this pasta alla vodka recipe that I add the tomato, basil, and garlic ground chicken to. So delicious. It comes together really quickly in like 20 minutes. I actively crave this meal. Hungryroot uses a smart cart system, so each week it will pre-fill your cart with recommendations based on what it knows you like, based on the feedback you have given it. But again, totally customizable, so you could keep all of the smart cart recommendations if you want, or you can keep none of them and only add to your cart exactly what you need. Or you can skip a week with the click of a button. I've done this multiple times when I'm away from home or I'm traveling or I just don't need groceries that week. I'm all set. It's one click, no big deal. They make it really easy. For a limited time, Hungryroot is offering 40% off your first box plus a free item in every box for life. To give Hungryroot a try, you can click the link below or you can go to hungryroot.com and use code Hannah. That's 40% off your first box plus a free item of your choice for life at hungryroot.com using code Hannah. Thank you so much to Hungryroot for sponsoring today's video. All right, let's get into this mess, as sickening as it is. I told you that the highest view count on the mom Ashley's TikTok account was a video with 43 million views. So let's start there. Let's see what this is all about. Maybe you've already seen it.
You're joking. You did not get that purse off of my debit card. You did not order a Marc Jacobs $600 purse on my card.
Well, I did.
Well, you didn't. I'm telling you right now, you better be joking.
I'm not.
No 7-year-old has a $600 purse.
Well, it sucks because I'm really not them.
What do you mean you're not
I'm
them?
not them.
What do you mean you're not them?
I'm not, like cheap like them.
What do you mean you're not cheap like them? You don't have money to buy a $600 purse. That's mine. My money. How did you learn how to order that anyways?
I watch you do it on your phone every single day, almost.
I don't order stuff every single day. And if I do, that's my business. That's not your money, Amelia.
Well, you know where I say, can I go outside?
No! You're grounded!
You know when I say go outside and you're sitting right there, right? I look from the window and you're ordering a new purse every single time.
Okay, well that's not any of your business. And we're taking it back.
No, we're not.
This is the classic format of all of Ashley's videos. Amelia does something out of line, in this case taking her mom's credit card and buying herself a $600 Marc Jacobs purse. And what does Ashley do in that moment? She whips out her phone to start filming herself yelling at Amelia while Amelia talks back and shows no remorse for her actions. And actually, upon further review, the purse that is shown in this TikTok video is actually only $450, which is obviously still very, very expensive, but it's not as expensive as Ashley is making it out to be. Why would you claim that your daughter stole $600 from you to buy a purse if it was only actually $450? Perhaps some foreshadowing that things are maybe a bit exaggerated in these videos. The first gut reaction I'm sure you're having to this is, oh my gosh, what a terribly behaved kid. Followed quickly maybe by thoughts like, my parents would kill me if I did something like that, or if I talked back to them like that, or I would never let my kids get away with something like that, or some other judgment about how bad the kid is or how bad the parent parenting is. And this is exactly what Ashley thrives on. That is the lifeblood of her account. She hopes that you're going to have a visceral negative reaction to what she's posting. She hopes you're going to have a lot of opinions about it. And more than anything, she hopes that you will comment those opinions on her video. The benefit to her is that angry people leave comments, which then boosts the engagement on those videos, which then signals to the algorithm, hey, people are watching this video. People have a lot to say about it. They're engaging with it at a high rate. People clearly care about this video. Let's take it and push it out to more people. That's how videos like this one can go viral and reach view counts like 43 million views. Because look at the comment count. There are over 100,000 comments on this one video. I can genuinely say I don't think I've ever seen a TikTok video with 100,000 comments on it before. This is an incomprehensible number. Imagine Ashley's TikTok notifications trying to keep up with 100,000 people commenting at the same time, and they're all angry at you and they all have mean things to say. It's insanity. But that is the exact formula to make the algorithm happy, right? More engagement, the better, because then the video gets pushed out to more and more people, and more people, more views equates to more money for the creator. If you're looking to go viral on TikTok to make as much money as possible, step number one, piss people off. And Ashley clearly knows that, and she's using that to her advantage. And as I often do in these YouTube videos, I like to show screenshots of some of the comments that these TikToks have received so that you can see what other people are saying about it, kind of the general consensus. In preparation for this video, I went back to Ashley's account. I tried to find this TikTok video she posted so that I could go to the comments and screenshot them to show you. But here is where I ran into an extremely alarming realization. I began my notes for this video on October 2nd, which is when I went through and I saved a ton of Ashley's videos to my TikTok folder. And I ended up screen recording about 20 different videos of hers that I thought that I'd want to show you in this video. But when I picked back up with my notes 4 days later on October 6th after the weekend, I had a lot of trouble finding this video of Ameliya with the Marc Jacobs purse. I was searching high and low for this, feeling like I was going crazy because I clearly didn't hallucinate this, right? I screen recorded it 4 days ago. Why can't I find it now? I had my recording, but I couldn't find it on Ashley's account, and that is because Ashley deleted it. And not just this video of the Marc Jacobs purse, no, every single TikTok video that Ashley has posted between February of 2020 and February of 2025 is gone. There are 5 years worth of TikTok videos completely erased from her account, including almost every single one that I plan to show you in this video today. I was dumbfounded. I was like, there's no way that on Thursday I happened to screen record all this stuff and by Monday it was all gone. Like, there's no chance I could get that lucky, right? But to confirm this, I went to my saved folder on TikTok where I had saved a whole bunch of Ashley's videos for reference. And you can see here that 14 of the videos that I had saved are now grayed out, like the thumbnails are gone. And if you click on them, it takes you to a black screen where at the top it says, sorry, this video is unavailable. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, you've got to be kidding me, because these are videos that have been posted on her account for literal years. Why now would she go through and like systematically wipe 5 years of content off of her account? It makes no sense. But lucky for us, by some freaking miracle, I screen recorded everything just in the nick of time, apparently, literally days before they were completely gone from the internet. I don't know if this is something that she can like reinstate the videos later, because I have heard that she has a history of kind of like deleting things and then maybe reposting them. It's a whole mess. We'll get into a little bit of that later. I really did just get that lucky. It's like she could sense that I was onto her or something. It was very creepy. I was like, does she know that I've been saving her TikTok videos? I don't know. It's very perplexing to me, but that's how it worked out. Point being, this YouTube video right here that you're watching is likely one of the only remaining records of some of Ashley's most egregious TikTok videos, because she's mysteriously deleted them for some unknown reason. This is where they will live forever in infamy, because unfortunately for Ashley, the internet is forever. And unfortunately for me and for you, I can't go back to these videos now to reference them to see what kinds of comments were left on them. Let's continue on with some more examples of these now deleted TikTok videos of Ameliya's concerning behavior. This one is similar to the last one. It's on the topic of spending a lot of money.
It don't work that way. You do not get to max out my debit cards.
Okay, and?
Ameliya, $2,500. You literally maxed out my those are cute Lisa Frank Crocs, but seriously, you needed 3 pairs of shoes. Ameliya, you cannot max out my cards. You shouldn't be using my card.
Like this. I bought this.
I know you did. I know you did. American Eagle jeans, shoes, Marc Jacobs, sunglasses. You are 7. You shouldn't know how to use a debit card.
I do. That's why I just use it for all this stuff.
You should, you know what? You're not going to be able to have your iPhone anymore because that is why we're in this position.
Then I'll just break it.
You better not. You better not.
Ameliya spending huge amounts of money is a theme on Ashley's account. She's always getting a hold of her mother's credit cards and spending money without her permission. And it kind of makes me question, what is Ashley doing to prevent this from happening? Nothing, honestly. If you don't want your child spending money off of your credit cards, then keep your cards out of the reach of your child. This video right here was posted 2 months after the $600 Marc Jacob purse fiasco, and this is like a repeating pattern at this point. If you know that this is a behavior issue that your child has and it's happened before, there are reasonable steps that you can take to address it. Hide the cards, lock them up somewhere, keep them with you at all times so that she can't access them. Yes, it's sad to have to take those steps. There's some deeper behavior issues here that need to be addressed, but I feel like the common sense parenting move, if you don't want your kids spending money, then don't give them access to the money. Duh. But Ashley doesn't do the common sense thing oftentimes because the common sense thing wouldn't get her views. In fact, she has a reaction that most parents wouldn't even think of having when their child misbehaves, and that is to whip out her phone and to press record and then post a video of said bad behavior on the internet for millions of people to see. I think it's safe to say this is not the first thing that most parents think to do when their child is misbehaving. Only somebody desperate for attention and views online would do such a thing. And the way that Ashley is responding to Ameliya in these moments is really concerning too, because rather than actually parenting the child, she just holds up her phone and goes, "Ameliya, Ameliya." It's actually so irritating. Every single video is just her screaming Ameliya's name over and over as if that's gonna do anything. And for the record, Ameliya has negative respect for her mother. She talks back, she shows no remorse, she doubles down, she makes threats. I don't know if you caught it, but at the end, Ashley threatened to take her iPhone away and she responded with, "Well, I'll just break it then," which is another common theme throughout Ashley's videos is Ameliya breaking expensive things, which we will get to soon. But first, this TikTok video made me so deeply uncomfortable. This one is being filmed in public. They're at an airport.
Ameliya, do you understand what I had to do to get you here as is? Now you just want me to buy you random in this airport.
I'm gonna scream to everybody that you kidnapped me if you don't buy me something.
If you did that,
1,
Ameliya, don't.
2.
Okay, listen. I will. I'll buy you whatever you want.
Okay.
And yeah, you too. Wait, hold on. Please, stop. Wait. Just wait.
No.
Stop it. Listen,
Yeah,
you threw a
don't
fit.
get these kinds of cookies, get these kinds of cookies.
You threw a fit about first class, and I wasn't even supposed to take you to Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Ameliya Rose, give me that. Give me
No.
it. Give me it.
No,
now.
you're getting me this.
Ameliya, we're gonna get in trouble.
Scream for help,
Okay,
scream for help.
Don't. Listen, we just need to talk. Stop. Stop. Ameliya, stop. Do you understand how much money? Oh my God. Okay, I can't do this.
A 7-year-old threatening to scream that she was kidnapped in an airport in order to get her mom to buy her snacks. I am kind of surprised that a child this young would have this level of understanding of like how big of a threat that really is to scream in an airport that you're being kidnapped. She seems to understand that this is a high security place where causing that kind of a scene would have very serious consequences that her mom would be fearful of. It's like she knows exactly what buttons to press to get what she wants out of her mom. This is one of the more jarring examples where I realized just how much Ameliya has control over Ashley. She immediately folded once Ameliya threatened to scream, which Ameliya took note of and then she took advantage of because like 15 seconds later when her mom's kind of pushing back again, Ameliya goes and she's preparing to scream out loud and the mom folds immediately again. She's like, no, wait. Kids are very smart. They are very good at studying and learning their caretakers. They are systematically filing away every every response you give them, and they are saving that information for later, sometimes to use it against you. If you create a pattern of caving in to your child's threats, then you've already lost control because they are learning your weaknesses, and you're essentially teaching them that they can break you down if they just try hard enough. Number one rule of parenting, don't let them smell fear, okay? And in this video, it is so clear that Ameliya can play her mom like a fiddle, and she's the one running the show here. But something interesting that I was thinking about is how easily Ashley folded to Ameliya's threats that she was going to scream, considering that she was filming the entire interaction. I feel like Ashley could have easily stood her ground because let's say Ameliya did scream. Let's say an officer came over to assess the situation. Well, guess what? Ashley has the entire video footage of exactly what happened. Yep, this is actually my kid. She was just threatening to scream a second ago, so I would buy her some snacks. Like, she's my kid, not kidnapped, case closed. Here's the footage. She had like a safeguarded opportunity to put her foot down, and she didn't. This next video was actually posted to Instagram, and there is no context given about what's going on here other than the caption that says she's trashing the neighborhood.
Ameliya, you need to calm down.
I'm gonna tell this asshole what I think.
Ameliya, you got it.
Hey, asshole, you want your f***ing tote back? Do you want your kids' toys back?
Ameliya.
Take it back, you asshole.
Ameliya. You know what? You
Eat.
Your
mama should have told you better.
Okay. Hey. You're gonna have to calm down a little bit. All of this, listen, wait, stop. Please stop.
Shut up.
Okay, just stop for 1 second. 1 second, all right? All of this because of sidewalk chalk. You realize that, right? Sidewalk chalk. You guys are having sidewalk chalk
He
wars?
took down all my C stuff.
No.
fucking-
You wrote that he was an hat.
Yeah, and he f***ing is.
You
got a problem with that?
Yeah, and he cleaned it off. He cleaned it off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ameliya.
The best I can gather as far as backstory on this video is that Ameliya wrote something in sidewalk chalk calling the neighbor an hat, and then he cleaned it up. I don't know. Like, there's really no context given, but I don't even think we need it. It's kind of irrelevant. The point is that this little girl is screaming and throwing things out the front door of her house, yelling outside to a neighbor, calling them an asshole and telling them to eat. This is a shocking video to just stumble across online as you're scrolling. It is very unsettling to see a child as young as this, she was 8 at the time, using this kind of language and acting in these ways. Because as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these are learned behaviors. This is exhibiting something that she has witnessed. Kids are not born knowing how to act this way. They're not born with that vocabulary. This is something that has been taught to them by observing the adults in their lives. Adults with very, very poor self-regulation skills. I think we can all see how this is an unhealthy, unacceptable way to deal with conflict, but this is a child acting in the only way she knows how, and that says a lot more about the parents than it does the child. And that's so upsetting because it's the parents' job to teach the child the skills they need to handle things like stress, conflict, hard emotions, loss. But when the parents don't always have the best tools to handle those things themselves, then what they pass on to their child is often inadequate. The cycle continues until somebody breaks it. It's a generational thing. We've all heard the term generational trauma. And it's really difficult to see that being played out in real time on social media. This is a mother's really poor coping skills being passed on to her young child and then being put on display for all to see. And speaking of concerning parenting, here's a video I found that conveys the dynamic between Ameliya's parents. Her mom is continually frustrated with Ameliya's bad behavior, and her dad seems to be the enabler. He usually goes along with Ameliya's antics. He's oftentimes disagreeing with her mom right in front of her, and he never puts his foot down with Ameliya whatsoever.
I literally don't know what else in the world that I could possibly do. I threatened her to punish her by turning off my debit card and you turn it back on. Now there's $100 purchase for Roblox.
So what?
What do you mean, so
It's
what?
$100. So what?
I
So
just literally had
what?
to let her pay
Oh my God,
$250.
let me go run and go grab my phone and record it. That gets annoying. So
$250.
she spends a little bit of money on the debit card. Oh my God, let me record it. Let me talk about it on
What
the internet.
7-year-old?
Who
I don't know what
cares?
else to do. That's the
There's
best
nothing you need
advice
to
I
do.
can get is from other
Leave
people.
her alone.
Hoping,
Stop trying to control her.
Listen, hoping that you will see. Hoping you will see what other people in the world say. It's not
I
just
don't
me.
care what other people see. That's my kid, and if she wants to spend a little bit of money, leave her alone.
What 7-year-old do you know has access to go and spend $250 at? That's exactly. That's what she says.
She ain't.
They're not me.
She ain't.
They're broke.
She can spend whatever she wants. I don't care.
This is the problem. I punish her by shutting off the card.
That sounds like
you turn it back on.
Problem. That's a you problem, and an everybody else problem. That ain't my problem, and it's my money, and that ain't her problem because she's happy. So who gives a shit?
It's becoming very clear where Ameliya gets it from because this is the example she has to look up to in her home. It seems like the norm of communication in their family is just to yell over each other and to argue with each other all the time. It seems like her dad doesn't really see an issue with Ameliya's behavior, particularly her spending money, and he is critical of Ashley's decision to always film this behavior and put it online for other people to see. And Ashley's defense to that is, well, I'm putting it online because I don't know what else to do. I'm posting it to try and get advice from other people on how to handle it. Like, where am I supposed to go? But of the comments I did see before these videos got deleted, there is very little advice being given in the comment sections. It's just a whole lot of hatred, anger, and criticism. Ashley's videos never really come across like she's asking for parenting advice. They come across like she's trying to make people angry, and they work. But there was one video I found of Ashley maybe somewhat asking for advice. It was more like a rant, really, but I guess this could be interpreted as like a cry for help because she doesn't know what else to do at this point. But these kinds of videos are very rare on her account. This is one of the only ones I could find of Ashley filming herself expressing her frustration. Most of the time, the camera's pointed the other way, just filming Ameliya's bad behavior.
Can somebody help me understand? Help me f***ing understand what the hell is actually going on here. Okay? Because I thought when you became an adult that was like supposed to be the best shit ever because you have your own stuff, right? You're your own boss. Not in my world. No ma'am, no ham, no spam, no turkey. No, not me. The minute I decided to have a little broke best friend named Ameliya Rose, that fucking was the minute that my entire life got taken the over. Snap. Oh no, that ain't mine. That's hers. She took my fucking snap, bro. Like, it's not bad enough. Like, the last time I checked, I'm Ashley Velez. You're Ameliya Rose. Like, that's mine, bro. It's not bad enough that you take my handbags. You take all of my makeup. You take my money. You take my debit card. You take over everything. Anything that I like, you take. I don't even have a car anymore. She took my Jeep. She took my fucking Jeep. People are always like, don't let her do that. Tell her no. You fucking tell her no. The
She took your Jeep? She's 8. How does an 8-year-old take a Jeep? Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever, but this is the kind of mom we're dealing with. This is the moral of the story and why I wanted to show you that clip. Again, she seems to struggle very heavily with her own self-regulation, lots of yelling, lots of swearing. This is the example that Ameliya has in her life, and it is crystal clear where she gets it from. And to be fair, Ashley's own parents were likely where she got it from. It's a sad case of poor coping skills being passed down through the generations, but now Ashley seems to have found a loophole where she can turn that trauma into views, engagement, and therefore money by putting her daughter's poor coping skills on display on TikTok for all to see. Here's where things kind of start to fall apart for me. I mentioned earlier that Ameliya likes to break things, or I should say, Ashley likes to film Ameliya breaking things. Here's one example I found. I believe the original video that Ashley posted was deleted a while ago, but then it was taken and reposted to a different account, which is how I got this recording.
Ameliya, the simple fact that you don't even think that I'm out here watching what you're doing.
Well,
No.
I wanted a different tablet.
So you know you're supposed to have the case on it. Why are you laughing?
Well,
It's
I
not
wanted
funny.
a bigger tablet. No, I didn't want this. I
What?
wanted a different tablet.
So that means you don't have to care about that one?
Yeah.
No, that's not the way it goes.
Yes, it does.
That's not the way it goes. I bought you a new tablet because you wanted a new one. I can't just get you a big one because you wanted the big one, Ameliya.
I wanted the big one.
I try to do everything.
I wanted the big one.
Okay? So you still have to take care of your stuff.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Then you won't have it anymore. Amelia?
I didn't want that one.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't want that one. Now did I?
Amelia.
This is what I can give you if you don't get me a new tablet.
I know that this makes your blood boil like it does mine. The blatant disrespect for something that's not only number one, expensive, but number two, is given to her by her parents. It's not even something she bought herself. She's taking a $300 iPad and she's smashing it on concrete because it wasn't the bigger one that she wanted. Many of the comments surrounding this are that she's entitled, that she's ungrateful, that she's a spoiled brat, things of that nature. And these kinds of videos get a lot of engagement because I think anyone can relate to that instant fury you feel when your kid breaks something really expensive and they do it intentionally to spite you. You have that visceral reaction and it draws out that urge to comment something really angry. And again, very dystopian that this mom, rather than walking over there, confiscating the iPad and being done with it, is standing back to film the entire thing and like making sure she gets all the angles. Especially when you learn that iPad smashing is a theme on Ashley's account and it happens on a regular basis. Here's another video of Amelia throwing an iPad.
You think everything's a joke. It's not a joke what you just did to that.
You think I give a shit about this tablet? I give a shit about this tablet as much as I do to you.
Amelia, come on. Amelia. Okay. Yep, you made your point. You made your point. Yep, you made your point.
Throw it away.
Throw it away. Yep, throw it away.
There you go.
You don't even care.
Daddy will get you a new one.
Yep. Daddy will get you a new one, a bigger one,
okay?
with mommy's money. And it'll just happen again and again and again.
Dad, playing the role of enabler, is making another appearance in this one. He's like, okay, just throw it away. I'll buy you a new one. No big deal. That's another recurrent theme throughout these videos, is the conflict between the parents not being on the same page. Here's a third example of destroying an iPad.
Amelia?
Amelia? Amelia!
Not my fault.
How is this not your fault? Bro, I'm not buying you another one.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
This one set off some red flags for me because when Amelia was holding it and she threw it, it had a protective case on it meant to prevent damage. But then the video jump cuts to Ashley holding it and it does not have a case on it and the screen is smashed to smithereens. Something is off here, okay? How many iPads do you have just laying around to smash anyway? Or is it all the same iPad? That's my theory. And finally, here's a fourth example. Pay close attention to this one, specifically the way they're phrasing the words in this video.
The simple fact that you are seriously out here, that you are seriously outside right now.
Well,
No, well, nothing. You know that you're not supposed to have that out
well,
here.
I want a different tablet. Don't you even care about
You
your family?
don't even have the
No.
freaking case on it, Amelia. You don't even have the case on it.
Well,
What do you mean, do I care about my family?
do you care about your family?
Because you wanted a bigger one means I don't care about you?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's not good enough that I got you that one?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you got me a different one, and I wanted a bigger one, like specifically, and I wanted a bigger one.
You did not.
Yeah, I did.
Get it now.
No.
Never again.
You don't even care about your family, so why should I?
Never. You don't get to say I don't care about my family because I didn't buy you a big tablet. You're kidding me right now. This isn't even real, bro.
Yes, it is.
It's the same basic theme of like, I want a bigger one, so I'm going to destroy this one. But in this video, they seem to make a specific point of focusing on how Ashley must not care about her family enough if she didn't get Amelia a bigger iPad. Amelia says, I don't care about this iPad in the same way you don't care about your family. And Ashley says, you think I don't care about my family just because I didn't get you a bigger iPad? Hang on to that comment. Hang on to that little theme right there. Because here's the issue. This video was posted to TikTok on July 24th of 2024. And in my hunt to collect as many examples of Amelia throwing iPads as I could, I also came across this video, which was also posted on July 24th, 2024. And see if you notice what I notice.
Why do you think it's okay to ignore me? It's not. No. Amelia, it's not okay. You were supposed to have that thing with a case on it.
Well, no, I'm not.
Why are you not?
Because I don't want to.
Why? Amelia, what are you doing?
I'm about to throw it.
No, you're not.
Oh, really? You want
Just because you wanted a bigger one,
to see about that?
if you throw that thing, so help me God. Amelia Rose.
You think I care about that garden tablet? It's ugly and I don't like it. Like,
Telling me I don't care about my family and then doing that, you broke the whole... You broke the whole screen off of it, Amelia. It's not funny to say that I don't care about my family. I do care about my family. I always try to make you happy. Are you You're kidding. Amelia.
I'm not kidding.
Your dad is gonna freak.
I was watching this thinking, I swear I've seen this video before. This feels really familiar, but it's slightly off. It feels similar, but not the same. And this is when I realized that Ashley has two accounts, her main account and her backup account. It appears that she and Ameliya did multiple versions or multiple takes of this same video, and then she posted two different versions to two different accounts. The first take got posted to her main account called Ashley Velez, and the second take got posted to her backup account called Ashley Velez 2. How creative. And they both focus on the same idea of how Ashley doesn't care about her family because she didn't get Ameliya a bigger iPad. And this is where it all clicked for me that everything is scripted. They agreed on the rough outline of how this video was going to go, and then they filmed it multiple times. Both videos have virtually the same format. It's like they agreed, okay, first I'm going to make a comment to you about how there's no case on your iPad. Then you're going to throw the iPad. Then you're going to tell me how much I don't care about my family, and then I'm going to get defensive about that. And scene. But funny enough, in this second version I showed you, Ameliya never says anything to her mom about not caring about her family. It's like she forgot that line in the skit. She throws the iPad, and then Ashley comes in with, to say I don't care about my family? And it's like, actually, Ameliya didn't say anything about you not caring about your family. You're probably getting mixed up with the last however many other times you filmed this skit tonight. It was at this point that I noticed that actually the first iPad throwing video I showed you was also filmed on the same night as these last two. So that's a third version of this video that we have proof of. It's the same iPad, it has the same two Apple stickers on the back, Ameliya's wearing the same outfit, and it's also being filmed at the same time of day right as the sun is going down. I didn't put that together right away because, like I said, this video was posted to another account that was not one of Ashley's. I think Ashley eventually deleted this video and somebody else reposted it. So I didn't realize at first that these were all posted on the same day, but they definitely were. That confirms to me that these are all staged and that this is the same beat up iPad that's being reused for multiple different videos. Because she knows that this is a type of video that's going to incite a lot of rage in people. It's proven to work. And you know what? Ashley admits at one point that it is all fake. She did a 4-part 40-minute story time video on her TikTok account about her narcissistic abusive mother. And the story time itself is not really relevant for this video, but one of the very first things she says at the beginning of that video is talking about how all of her videos with Ameliya are just skits. So I'm not going to show you the full story time, but I will show you that first segment where she's admitting this.
So, I'm just going to start off with, we have hella supporters, and y'all are the real MVP for real. You guys have shown nothing but love for a long time. We've been doing this for a very long time. And you guys show so much support, so much love. You understand the whole concept. You get what we're doing. You know what it is. And it's all love. And then we have a whole bunch of haters who don't support us, don't understand what we're doing, or they do understand what we're doing and they don't care and they're just full of negativity, and that's okay too. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. It is what it is. This app is for entertainment purposes, and whether you love me or hate me, as long as you're watching, that's all that matters to me at the end of the day.
Bingo.
So again, thank all of you, my haters and my supporters. What you guys are used to, though, is a whole lot of skits from us, and you guys that actually pay attention, and watch like my lives and listen to the things that I say, you guys would know that I'm always saying I could never in my life put a real life situation that's happening with my significant other on social media or my kids, right? That means I would never do something like that in my household and let you guys pick it apart. Whether you support it, whether you're on my side, not on my side, whatever the case may be, the last thing that I'm ever going to do is let y'all know what's going on with my kids and my husband if it's something that we are going through, right? It's very rare that I put something
that's real on here that's going on in my personal life.
She fully admits right here that she doesn't care if the attention she's receiving is from supporters or from haters. She said, quote, "Whether you love me or hate me, as long as you're watching, that's all that matters to me at the end of the day." Which is very telling, and that's exactly what we suspected, right? Get views at any cost. And her claim here is that all of the videos that she posts of Ameliya, of her husband, whatever, they're all fake, they're all skits. She would never actually post something that was really going on in her real life. Any real conflict, any real fights they have going on, any real misbehavior, that does not get filmed and posted online. They only fake those interactions for online consumption. So based on that, we can assume that they're likely scripted. We have proof that they do multiple takes of the same type of video, and I'm sure that Ashley tells Ameliya exactly what to say and do, and she acts as sort of like the director of the content because she knows exactly what's going to rile up the viewers the most. Okay, Ameliya, come over here, stand outside, smash an iPad, and tell everybody it's because you wanted a bigger one. That'll really get them going. And you know, learning that these videos are fake was not surprising to me in the slightest, and I also don't know that it changes anything for me either. I kind of don't really care that it's fake. The impact is the same. The harm being done to your child is the same. You are still treating your child with so much disrespect. You are intentionally creating a negative public image and a negative digital footprint of her that is going to follow her for the rest of her life. You're putting your child on display with the goal being to be disliked by the masses. What kind of mother wants their child to be hated? What kind of mother wants the world spewing nasty, horrible things to their kid? What is this doing to the child's psyche to be screamed at and filmed by her mom all the time and then blasted out to millions of people for public ridicule? Some of the top comments that Ashley gets on her videos are regarding how Ameliya deserves the belt or deserves to be beaten for her behavior. People will say, "Give me one day with her," or this one says, "Which one do I use?" with a picture of a variety of different belts. Another thing that people love to comment for some god-awful reason is, quote, "In what episode does Ameliya die?" That is so foul, I can't stand it. Who comments something like that? And another big topic of conversation in the comments is regarding Ameliya's appearance, particularly her weight. This child is like 8 years old. These are grown adults, by the way, making comments about a child's appearance, threatening to beat her, asking her when she's gonna die. And not just a few adults, these are like hundreds of adults commenting these things on every video. It's disgusting. This is so obviously wrong in its own right. Shame on the people making these comments. What the hell is wrong with you? But also, Ashley has to be partly to blame for offering her child up as a sacrifice to the algorithm gods. She's paving the way for her child to receive these kind of attacks. And that's why I feel like knowing that it's fake doesn't make it any better. I actually think it makes it worse because of the intention behind it. Ashley is supposedly forcing her child to pretend to be somebody she's not for her own benefit. Nothing about this benefits Ameliya. It actively harms Ameliya. It all benefits Ashley. She's the one getting the attention, the views, and most importantly, the TikTok payouts. All at the cost of destroying Ameliya's public image before she ever has the chance to create one for herself. These videos are going to haunt Ameliya forever. It's going to impact her friendships, the way her teachers see her, romantic relationships, professional relationships, employment opportunities. Because at 8 years old, the world already has this preconceived notion of who Ameliya is. And if that's not who she really is, and that's not how she acts in real life, too bad. The impact is the same. She's still going to spend her entire life rewriting the narrative that her mom has written for her. She will never not be proving herself. I think this behavior and these parenting decisions on Ashley's part are deplorable because as the parent, what you are communicating to your child is that behaving like this is okay as long as it gets you the attention you're seeking. And let's be clear that at 8 years old, Ameliya does not have the emotional intelligence necessary to flip her behavior on and off like a switch. No, her mother is hardwiring her to believe that acting in certain ways is okay as long as it can be used to your advantage. Even I don't have the ability yet, at nearly 30 years old, to go from being like red hot, fiery, furious, angry, hating the world to the next second being like, perfectly calm, cool, and collected, like nothing ever happened, right? It just doesn't seem like a rational explanation or a possible situation that these are just skits. Here's my hot take. Ashley claims they're all fake, they're all skits, they're all scripted. I don't buy it. I don't think that's entirely true. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. There is no way in my mind that a mother-daughter duo could interact with one another this way only on camera without having practiced it extensively in their real life. I do think that perhaps the videos are exaggerated, that they're played up for the camera. In some cases, they're probably scripted, but there is some reality at the base of it all. I do think that Ashley is fueled by rage and hatred, and that this really is how she treats her kids behind closed doors. And I also think that it is a protective shield for her to go online and be like, it's just a skit, because she thinks that that somehow absolves her of any responsibility for the way she is treating her kids. It's an excuse that creates distance between herself and the comments that are criticizing her. She can live with herself and she can sleep at night because she has convinced herself this isn't real, this is fake, this is just a skit. What these people are getting mad about in these comments isn't even real life. I claim no responsibility for this whatsoever, because what I put in this video is not how we act in our real lives. I believe, yes, it absolutely is. There has to be some truth in there. You have to have had some practice in treating your kids this horribly, and that's why it's so easy to turn it on for the camera. And Ameliya has had a lot of exposure to the adults in her life demonstrating explosive rage, using very vulgar language. That's why it comes so naturally to her when she's being filmed. Have you seen those videos of that trend recently? What do they call it? The curse challenge or something like that on TikTok, where you take your young child, you put them alone by themselves in a bathroom, and you tell them, okay, I'm gonna close the door, and you can say as many bad words as you want to while I'm gone, but then the phone is there filming what they're saying. And these kids are sheepishly saying things like poop and butt and stupid and dummy, or maybe they are saying curse words, but they're always like giggling to themselves about how bad and how naughty they're being. Like, you can tell it does not come naturally to them whatsoever, and this is probably one of the first times they're ever saying these words out loud. Compare that, what I would consider to be pretty normal, average, typical behavior for young children who are using vulgar language, to Ameliya's behavior, where she is so confidently and proudly dropping F-bombs like it's nobody's business. She's rehearsed. She's learned that from somewhere. Now, any parents out there, here's a little exercise for you. Imagine you are going about your normal day. You have normal, healthy relationships with your kids. You're calm usually. You do not have a volatile household. You do not treat your children in this way. Okay, now pick up your phone, point the camera at your child, and yell at them, antagonize them, berate them, curse at them. How naturally would that come to you? Do you think you could do that pretty easily? Do you think you could sell that performance? Do you think you could make it really convincing? Or would you feel extremely uncomfortable and guilty, and you wouldn't really even know what to say because you don't speak to your child like that normally? This is totally out of your element, out of your comfort zone. The point I'm trying to make is that this kind of behavior would be extremely difficult to fake if you haven't perfected it and practiced it at length. Ashley and Ameliya have practiced this at length because that is how they treat each other in real life to a certain degree. That's my stance. And here's another thing I think is worth considering. What about the videos they film in public? Ashley claims that all of these are skits and everyone's just in on the joke, but what about the videos they're filming in public spaces, interacting with complete strangers, and they're still being disruptive and disrespectful? These are not just skits that they put on in their living room. This is real behavior that they take with them out into the real world. This was the most shocking example I could find of this happening. As with many of Ashley's videos, we don't have much context about what's going on before she hits record. We don't know what this altercation was about, but here is Ashley and her family screaming at an employee working at a candy store in a mall.
We have to follow health code here.
You have to follow health code. So what? You talk to somebody's child?
I didn't talk.
You didn't?
I just said that was enough.
What did you walk up to my child and say?
I said, your mom has already asked, and that's enough.
Are you
Please
her
don't do
mom?
that. It is my job to maintain.
Are you her mother?
Okay, that's enough.
I don't give a shit. Call security.
Okay.
Good. Stupid bitch. Talking to somebody's kid. No, I should wait out here for security. Oh, really? How about you don't know anything that was going to go on until you ran your dorky ass mouth? No, I'm not going to shut up. How about you mind your own fucking business? Yeah. How about you mind your own business?
Let's go. Come on.
Give a Let's go. Come on, Eric. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. She can go on social media.
If this is the way that you speak to store employees in public, how are we supposed to believe that the way you speak to your children is just a skit? That is a real employee in a real store. She's not acting. She's not in on this skit. Unless I suppose they got this lady's permission to be screamed at and filmed and posted on social media, but I somehow very likely doubt that. I think the more likely scenario is that Ashley is just a really emotionally immature adult, and this really is how she speaks to people, which is why it comes so naturally to her to create these skits with her child. Here's another example of Ameliya screaming at a DoorDash driver.
Come back here. I want my tip back.
Ameliya.
I want my tip back.
Ameliya.
Give me my
Ameliya.
Give me
You
it
don't
back.
do that.
My money.
Ameliya.
Give me it back.
Ameliya. I'm never letting you get DoorDash again. Ever.
Give me back my tip.
Ameliya. It doesn't work.
No,
It
I'll
doesn't.
get in the Jeep. Let me get the keys.
No! Come here. Get your ass over here. Ameliya. Ameliya Rose Eric.
I'm going from the other door.
She just told the DoorDash guy that she wanted her tip back because he went too slow.
Can you give me my keys?
Yeah, I got you, babe. Let's go. I'll get you.
What are you going to do? Chase the DoorDash guy? Ameliya Rose. This is exactly what I'm talking about. How? Ameliya, come here.
No.
Come here now. This is so embarrassing. I swear. I don't even know what to do half the time anymore.
Yelling at a DoorDash driver to give you your tip back is just insane, unhinged behavior. Which again, Ameliya would never think to do if she wasn't taught that this is acceptable to do by somebody. Can we guess who that is? And as far as this being a skit like Ashley claims, I guess it could be feasible that they maybe asked somebody they know to like pose as a DoorDash driver and his role was just to get in the car and drive away. He's never actually shown in this video at all. You just hear a man's voice in the distance and then you see the car driving. So I feel like maybe this feels a little less concrete than the candy store example, where in that case it was a store employee wearing an apron with the store's name on it. Like that would be pretty hard to fake, I think. This one would be a lot easier to fake for a skit. But let's not forget that Ameliya is still screaming. Ashley still screaming. They're still causing a major disturbance in their neighborhood. My God, how fed up do you think their neighbors are with them? This is another video of Ameliya screaming in a public setting. They're at Cedar Point Amusement Park.
I need you to start minding your own business because it's not my business. So like do something else because I'm staying here forever. I'm gonna ride every single ride. You know that? Because I want to.
And you hear this, right?
And I'll spend all of your
You hear
money
this?
here
So you don't care.
buying ice cream, toys, playing games, everywhere.
I don't know, Eric. Maybe because we are all the way up to like $950. $950 on Cash App she has officially spent.
It's about to be 1,000 when we go over there to that basketball game.
I'm ready to go.
And then we're going down here
We
for the
weren't
frozen
even
yogurt place.
supposed to be coming here
You know the
today.
frozen yogurt place where you
telling
load
me
them
to
all
mind-
up?
She's telling me to mind my own business.
Why don't you?
Because I'm her mother.
Look what I already won without you.
Screaming, cursing, causing a scene, dad's playing the role of enabler once again. I get the worst secondhand embarrassment when I watch these videos. No doubt they're making all the people around them extremely uncomfortable too. Do they have no shame? But you know, I guess if Ashley is that hungry for attention online, then I suppose that she would love the attention in public too. But in these scenarios, there are other people, there are innocent bystanders watching what's going on. It just makes me want to shrivel into a hole. I cannot take the embarrassment of it all. And to me, it kind of feels like more evidence that this really is how they function as a family. It's not a skit. They are unapologetically just themselves, both in private and in public. Here's 2 more videos that were both taken at Walmart, and then I'm gonna be done, okay? We've had enough. Ashley's voice is grating on my nerves so bad, and I'm sure you can relate to that. We have seen enough at this point. Okay, there's 2 more examples, and I promise we'll be done.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I asked you guys not to do this. Why? Why must I go through this? Are you even listening?
No.
Are you even listening to me?
No.
Are you? Hey, Eric. She did it. She flipped me off again.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do?
Hurt your feelings?
Yeah, she hurt my feelings. Look at what she's doing.
Unhurt them. They're fine. You'll be all right.
You know what? There's a little girl that's down there right now with her dad in that little cart. And they're literally filming you guys. I hope you're happy. She's going to see Amelia Rose. Amelia! You know what? I'm not doing this, dude. I swear, at this point, I'm going to leave you and them. Look at you. You're supporting this.
If it's their fort, and I don't want people to see them.
If it's their fort, that's funny, Eric. That's real funny. That's real funny. We can't even go shopping at Walmart anymore. Get your out now. I'm not doing that.
Disrespecting public spaces, climbing on store shelves, flipping off her mom, telling her to shut up, raising her voice, claiming that other customers are now taking note of this and they are starting to film this interaction of Amelia misbehaving. This video is even worse.
There's a difference between grocery shopping and toy shopping, okay?
No,
Do you understand that? No. See, that's not what we're gonna do. Amelia, don't stop it right this instant. God, so embarrassing. She's screaming on the other side of the store. Wonderful. This is my life.
Amelia's taking toys off the shelves, she's kicking them down the aisle, she's throwing toys at her mom, she's yelling and she's screaming throughout the store. I think you get the point by now. It's clearly unacceptable behavior that Ashley is enabling. And I do think it crosses a line when you're now doing these things in public, causing a disturbance for other people. What you do in the privacy of your own home is your prerogative, I guess, but let's not kick and scream through public spaces for the sake of a TikTok video. Again, feels like more evidence this really is just how they are as a family and that their videos are not fully fake. And one last thing I wanted to be sure to share with you in this video is that in 2022, Ashley was arrested for assault in which the victim was severely injured as well as contributing to the delinquency of a minor. She has 2 counts of that. To the surprise of absolutely no one, right? Oh, she's violent? Who could have guessed? The details of this crime are very hard to lock down, so please don't quote me on any of this and don't take any of it as fact. This is just what I've heard through the grapevine, aka Reddit threads, TikTok videos, very unreliable sources, so take that for what it's worth. But what I gathered is that she took her husband, one of her older daughters who was 15 years old at the time, and her daughter's boyfriend who was 17 years old at the time. They drove many hours away over state lines into Virginia to beat up somebody named Bethany. Bethany was part of Ashley's online group called Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers after the other name that she goes by, Stormy Lee. What kind of an online group is Stormtroopers? I have absolutely no idea, but what I heard is that Bethany started turning against Ashley, the leader of Stormtroopers, started speaking badly about her to the other members, turning against her or something like that. So Ashley took it upon herself to drive 7 hours away to where Bethany lives. She stalked her until she was alone in a public space away from her house. I heard that she was at a gas station, and she and her 15-year-old daughter and the 17-year-old boyfriend jumped Bethany and beat her allegedly with a baton. I did find some photos of Bethany on Reddit that I'm not going to be sharing here because they're very gruesome, but we're talking like blood gushing out of her skull, running down her face and onto her body. This event happened 3 years ago, and apparently at the time there was a GoFundMe for Bethany that had more details of the crime that I can't find now. And I also can't find any record of exactly who Bethany is. I kept finding links to her supposed TikTok profile, but that TikTok profile has been deleted at this point. So again, my source material for these details is questionable at best, but that's what I was able to piece together happened. But this version of events would line up to the charges that she assaulted somebody in which the victim was severely injured and her 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor because she brought 2 minors with her to get the job done. On the Virginia Criminal Records website, I was able to find that Ashley was sentenced to 10 years in jail, but that sentence was suspended for some reason, meaning that she did not have to complete it and she had 5 years of supervised probation instead. My reason for including all of this is again more evidence towards the fact that I don't think that Ashley's videos are fully fake, even if that's the excuse she gives, even if that's what she wants you to believe, because again, it absolves her of that responsibility. But she's clearly capable of causing a scene in public, screaming profanity at strangers, and making a large effort to cause people physical harm. Knowing these things makes it seem more feasible that her TikTok videos are a reflection of her reality. Even if they are somewhat acted or scripted or put on for the camera, they are still rooted in how this family does truly operate. I think it's a poor excuse for her to try and just call them skits and and kind of write them off as being insignificant in that way. Calling them skits does not make it any better. If anything, I think it makes this entire situation even more sinister. That's everything I have to show you for this video today. I already know that you have a ton of thoughts, and I know you're going to tell me about them in the comments below, okay? So let's keep the conversation going down there. I do want to hear your input and what you think, because I think any unsuspecting person coming across Ashley's videos in the wild would probably fall for them, because she doesn't give any indication in the comments or the tags or the description that these are fake or that they are skits. She wants you to believe that they're real, and she really does sell it a lot of the time. But it's almost like when the backlash becomes too much, when there's too much heat on her, then she just falls back on, oh, they're just fake. Don't worry, everybody, just a skit. Don't take it too seriously. But then we have evidence of her acting in ways that aren't skits that would sort of prove that the way she's acting in the skits is rooted in reality. And again, I want to reiterate towards the end of this video that I do think most, if not all, of the blame is to be placed on Ashley. I view Ameliya as the victim in this situation, even though she is portrayed by her mother as the villain. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's true. I think that Ameliya is acting in the way that she's been taught. She's an impressionable, super young child who doesn't know any better. She's in the fundamental stages of her development, and her mom is screwing her up right now. I know that's harsh. That's probably a really nasty way to put it, but I'm just looking at this young child like these are your most formative years, and these are not the lessons or skills that you should be learning at this stage. And the harm that's being done now is going to continue to hurt this child well into adulthood. I know that Ashley only sees this right now as views, engagement, attention, money, all good things, love it. It's a dopamine hit for her, but she is not considering, or maybe she doesn't even care about the long-lasting impact this is going to have on her children. One day when inevitably the view counts go down, people stop paying attention, people don't care about these videos anymore, the money stops rolling in, the curtains close, what is left? What is left is a family that has been perpetuating very dysfunctional relationship patterns, and a child who's going to have a lot of damage and trauma to work through in therapy one day, should she be the one to discontinue this generational cycle. That's it for today's video. Let me know how you're feeling down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.